For the preview, we'll be looking at the return of Paul Pogba.
He's back again.
The importance of Manchester United's fullbacks, very important, and the magic of the FA Cup. Check it out. Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. That's Joe Smith. This is the FA Cup 4th round against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Former Premier League stalwarts.
Yeah.
Now Championship fodder.
Bog dwellers.
Yes. United entertaining Chris Wilder's team at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's where we do our entertaining. For this game, we've heard from Ralph Rangnick. He's done his press conference. He's been speaking about several things, including Paul Labille, Pogba, everyone's favourite talking point. Looks like he could feature for this game. How important do you think Paul Pogba can be for Manchester United from now until the end of the season? We can get into debates about what happens in the summer another time. Now until the end of the season.
I don't even know. I don't even know anymore because which Paul Pogba are we going to get for starters? That's the first question. Are you going to get the one that started the first few games of the season where he's putting brilliant balls into the box over and over again? Or are we going to get the one that gives the ball away on the halfway line and gets sent off against Liverpool? Which, what are we going to get here? And that's been the question around him for the last 6 years, hasn't it? I think he's one of our best players, but that doesn't mean you just get to play every week. It's not, it's not a talent show or a talent contest. It's, do you work with a team? Do you bring the, and I'm not questioning his ability to work and integrate into the team over the last few years, but knowing that it's the last few months of his contract, how will that affect people around him? How will that affect him on the pitch? How will that affect him off the pitch? I don't know. I just feel like we're at such an end game with Paul Pogba now. Maybe he'll play. I'm sure he probably will. I think Rangnick will play him. But for me, I just think I'm sick of it. I don't. If he doesn't play for United again, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care. It's been too much. I'm sick of it. No. I'm like, we've just wanted a bit of clarity, a bit of consistency, and we haven't had it for years, on or off the pitch. He's injured all the time. Who are you taking him out who are you taking out of the team to put him in? I just think, he probably will play, but if he doesn't, I'm not fussed. What do you think?
I understand all that. Believe me, we've been having a Paul Pogba debate since 2011.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, I'm not even exaggerating. That's how long is Paul Pogba going to commit to Manchester United discussion has been going on for. I just feel like, for starters, I think we kind of need him. I do. And I understand your arguments about, erratic form and certainly erratic fitness, but I just feel like he's still one of those players that can make things happen. And I think where we're at the minute, with everything that's going on, especially with our short numbers, we've loaned out players. Obviously, Mason Greenwood's been suspended by the club, and rightly so. I mean, we probably do need Paul Pogba because he is one of those. I know he plays in a different position to other players, but he is an attacking threat, and that is what we need. So, yeah, whilst it is frustrating and I am bored of the whole debate and discussion, I still feel like there's enough from Paul Pogba, there's enough there, and he's got so much talent that it's just too difficult to just walk away from. If he was not quite as good, then I'd be like, I've had enough.
I agree.
But you saw it against Leeds and Newcastle earlier on the season. There was times when he was finding those killer passes that were looking that defence that other players couldn't do. And I think that's what you need from Paul Pogba. Listen, we may get it from him, we may not, but I think he at least deserves the chance.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he doesn't improve the team. I think he does, but at some point, I think you have to take a standpoint above and beyond just, do you make us a bit better? I know obviously the overall focus of Man United is to win games and win trophies. I get that, but there has to be a moral and principle part of things as well, where he's not going to be here for next season. So is he getting? Are these next 6 months getting in the way of another player that could be improving in the meantime? Maybe he is. Does he make us so much better that I think we'll win trophies with him and won't win trophies without him? Not really. Yeah. Because we've had plenty of trophyless seasons with Paul Pogba in there. So if he was Ronaldo at Real Madrid and he was saying, I don't know, like 2009 is a great example. Everyone knew he wanted to leave. Everyone knew he was leaving at the end of the season. Yet you played him anyway because he's the reigning Ballon d'Or winner, and he was just too good to drop. Pogba isn't too good to drop for me, and all the off-field stuff just makes me think, I just can't be arsed.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't blame anyone who's had enough of Paul Pogba and the debate around it.
Because I love Paul Pogba and I've defended him
a little bit
for years.
Myself. I know you did. You burst onto this fan cam scene, if you will, by coming in and talking about Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
But I just still feel that. I just feel like sometimes it's just like we need him. I can't get that. I can't get that.
I know.
sort of thought out the back of my mind. Get involved in the comments. Let us know if you agree. Do you disagree? Do we need Paul Pogba? Or do you just think, have you had enough? Do you think, like, know what? I've had enough of him. I don't need him. Like, we don't need him as a player. He's too unreliable. Let's just get shot.
Right then, a quick word from our sponsor, Profit Accumulators. Jay, what is Profit Accumulators?
Profit Accumulators is a way that you can make money using something called matched betting. Now, we know there's loads of different bookies out there, and they all offer you different sign-up offers, don't they?
Yeah.
Because they try and get you to come in as new customers. So you sign up with this bookies, you get that. You sign up with this bookies, you get that.
Yeah.
All different bookies, all different offers, and that's why Profit Accumulators help you use that to make some money.
They use those offers against each other to make sure you make profit time after time. And here's the great thing about Profit Accumulators. You don't need to be some expert on gambling. There is guides, step-by-step videos, step-by-step lists of what you need to do, how you need to do it to make sure you earn money. It doesn't get any simpler than that.
It doesn't, and you don't have, like you say, you don't have to be an expert. And we're certainly not experts.
Exactly.
You don't even need your card details. You can make up to £45 without any card details. They've got over 150,000 customers as well.
Yeah.
If you check out that free trial, it's well worth having a look at. We've been having a look at it as well. There's a link in the description, so make sure you check out Profit Accumulators. Talk about the fullbacks.
Yeah.
Ralph Rangnick in his press conference was addressing the fullbacks. We're talking about how important they are. We know in the system that Ralph Rangnick likes to play, he does have a lot of emphasis on fullbacks getting forward. Do you feel like we're getting enough from the fullbacks since Ralph Rangnick's come in?
Not really. I still think it's an area of weakness. I think we've gone from one sort of substandard set of fullbacks to a slightly different but also substandard set of fullbacks. I don't think we have any real top-class fullbacks in the mould of the player that Rangnick wants. I think Wan-Bissaka is a top-class defensive fullback. I think Luke Shaw was a top-class fullback last season. No one can say he is this season. Tellers is pretty good, but he gets skinned defensively. Dallow's pretty good, but he gets skinned defensively. I just think it's a weakness in the squad. Hopefully, though, with a bit more coaching and direction and sort of specific, here's where you stand, here's the sort of pass you make. You mentioned in the press conference, we can switch the ball to alleviate pressure. We can set instructions and set routines and set plays that will allow the more intelligent, the more studious fullbacks to sort of, flourish under Rangnick. That could be good. And I'm not ruling out progression, but I don't think we've seen so far anything other than he's been all right, actually.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No,
we've seen Bruno have some
agree.
performances where you go, fucking hell, he was good. Varane, fucking hell, he was good. We've had a few of those. McTominay's had some world-class performances. Even Fred's had a couple where he gone against that Palace, was it, where you go, bloody hell, he was good today.
Yeah, no,
but
Fred was good
the
against
fullbacks,
Palace.
you've only ever gone, he was all right today.
Yeah.
And we need more than that at some point. And maybe these players we have just aren't up to that. But at some point, we need that because, like you said, it's such a important part of the team that every other top team relies on. Hey, look, there's a point in this early in the season when Chelsea were top of the league, and the only player scoring for them was Chilwell and Reece James. Like, their strikers weren't scoring, and yet their fullbacks chipped in with like 8 goals in a month.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not what they're there for.
No.
But we don't have fullbacks that ever have the potential to do that.
Yeah.
Even Luke Shaw at his best would get you 5 or 6 assists a season.
Yeah.
You look at Trent at Liverpool, he's got 20 goal contributions this season.
He's different levels with
It
his
is.
amount. It is,
But Cancelo, he
ridiculous.
plays as a sort of false midfielder. He gets goals, he chips in. Kyle Walker, all the other top teams have top fullbacks, and they're a huge part of modern football, and ours are lacking behind at the moment.
No, it's difficult to disagree.
Sorry to be all negative.
No, I mean, you've had this discussion many a time about it, and I agree with you. I think that we've seen some good performances from our fullbacks, and a lot of it has been off the back of the fact that Shaw and Wan-Bissaka was so dreadful beginning of the season that Delo and Tellez come in and do okay, and it's like, it's slightly overhyped. And I don't mean that, I'm not having a dig at them too. It's just like, because the bar was set so low. But we have seen some good performances from Delo and Tellez in particular. I just thought we can sort of kick on a little bit. And let's face facts, against a team like Middlesbrough, you should be able to show us what you made of.
Show your best.
What are they, 7th in the Championship?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's beyond the realms of possibility that you can really sort of cause them damage if you're, whoever's playing Shaw or Delo or whoever. We'll get to that now. Give us your predicted 11 for this
Predicted
game.
11. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because how strong do we go here? How is this a full strength? I think it has to be a full strength team.
Okay.
We haven't spoken about it as one of the talking points, but this is our most realistic chance at silverware.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I say that. I think the best teams in Europe are also in this competition, so maybe it's not that much more easy than the Champions League.
It's a good point now, yeah.
The best teams in Europe, I think, are Liverpool, City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. and Chelsea.
Chelsea
and 3 of those 5 are in the Premier League.
No,
so the FA Cup's going to be tough,
point.
but with it being a single leg tie, all that sort of stuff. So I've gone with a full strength team. This is what I think United's, other than Fred, who I've put in because I think that's who Rangnick will pick.
Yeah.
I think that's United's best team, and Shaw as well. He said he's playing, so that's another one. But De Gea, Dalot, Varane. I've kept Maguire in. I think he was good the other week. I don't necessarily agree that there should be an emphasis on trying to get him back in the team just because he's captain. But I do think when all of our players are playing at their best.
Yeah.
Him and Varane is our best centre-back partnership.
Right, okay.
I think we've seen Lindelof and Maguire next to each other for, I'm guessing, probably in the region of 60 games over the last 2 seasons.
I don't know the exact figures. It sounds about right.
I think up until the start of this season, most United fans would agree Maguire is the better of the two when they're both at their best. So I would like to see Maguire at his best playing again for United. So he's in there. He's also the captain. Shaw, he's playing because, unless something changes, Rangnick said he was. Then I've gone for the 4-3-3, so I've gone for McTominay slightly deeper, and then Fred and Fernandes. I would prefer Matic in there and maybe let McTominay explore a little bit more, but I just think he will play Fred, and Fernandes has to play. Sancho on the right-hand side, which is something I've been asking for a few weeks, and obviously there's a more sort of imperative reason why he will be playing there, presumably at the weekend or Friday. And then Elanga, I still think Rashford needs to be brought back in slowly. He's having a good bit of form, coming off the bench, scoring goals. Let's keep that going. And then Ronaldo, Cavani's not ready. Ronaldo plays every week. There's the team.
I mean, it does look a very, very strong team, and it's certainly a team I'd expect to, if I'm being honest, I'd expect us to beat Middlesbrough comfortably. I know we've said that about a few games this season, but a front three of Elanga, Ronaldo and Sancho should cause Middlesbrough defence all sorts of problems, and also it's it's just a strong team, whichever way you look at it. David De Gea has obviously just picked up another Player of the Month award. He's flying. Like we said, we've already mentioned the fullbacks. You spoke very well about the centre-back situation. I mean, Raphael Varane against Middlesbrough, come on. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. And Bruno looks like he's regained his mojo, so that is a very strong team. Going to my team. My team's a little bit different. Now, I know what you're going to say.
I've got about 30 things I want to say.
Go on, talk to me.
Why is McTominay in the 10 and Pogba and Fernandes aren't?
Right.
First of all.
Yep, that's a fair comment.
Where's the width?
Yep.
Where's Ronaldo?
Yep.
Where's Sancho?
Yep. All good and valid points. For starters, I don't see it being like a front two. I think Elanga might just play off Rashford. I don't know if he plays Cristiano Ronaldo against Championship side. I just don't know if he does. Right. I don't even know if he has that conversation with him. Like, I want you to play against Middlesbrough. No. Do you know what I mean? Because I know Ronaldo wants to play, but I don't think he'd want to play against the Championship side. I think the argument would be, you shouldn't need me for this game. We've got a game on Tuesday, is it?
37 next week.
Yeah, we've got games coming up in 3 or 4 days, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think we've got 3 games in 6 days.
Yeah, so the games are coming.
Days,
the games are coming thick and fast. Do you need Ronaldo for a game against Middlesbrough at home? Probably not. Is he up for that game? Yeah. Does he care about the FA Cup enough to play in this round? If it was like the Scousers or the quarterfinals or the semis, 100% you bring him in. We used to do this in the League Cup. We'd rest him until the final, and he'd come in. I know this is a different competition, but you understand what I'm saying. So that's why I don't see Ronaldo playing. I think Elanga would play slightly off Marcus Rashford. I think Rashford starts this game, partly out of necessity, and I think that this is a game where, against the Championship side, he can get a little bit of, I don't say confidence back, because we've seen it in the last few games, but hopefully cause them problems, get goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a good game for him to start. I think when you are going to start him against someone, why not Middlesbrough? Now the way that's set up is it's like a diamond. You got McTominay in the front there. Like I said, Elanga's off the striker. I don't think McTominay's going to be in a 10. I think it's going to be more like him and Fred swapping around. One of them dropping deep, one of them pushing on. I've got Bruno and Pogba on the left and the right, but I think that can change as well. Paul Pogba was playing as a sort of left winger, wasn't he, when he first started the season? And I think was it against, I can't remember, was it Villa or whatever it was last season, where Bruno Fernandes was on the right-hand side? He can play on that right-hand side.
I could almost see it more as like a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah,
so McTominay
maybe a little bit like that.
And then Fernandes and Pogba.
I just feel like Fred and McTominay will be sort of swapping around and dropping deep and pushing on. And also, like I said, Elanga off the front. I expect the fullbacks to be pushing on as well. We've spoken about that. Wan-Bissaka's got to step up a little bit. Luke Shaw, seen glimpses of him this season, but he's still not having a good season, in my opinion. Certainly nowhere near the levels he was last season. So I think that's a team that you can see a lot of changing going around during the game as well. I don't be surprised if you do see the likes of maybe Rashford drifting over to the left and Elanga more central.
Yep.
either of them two can play on either side as well. So it's a team that can mix it up a little bit and hopefully cause Middlesbrough
Great
a few
pace
problems.
up front as well, isn't it?
Exactly. And, I don't want to be too dismissive of Middlesbrough because it's easy to do that. But the
Pogba
7th in the Championship for a reason. I mean, we can't be like, they're not that good.
No.
We should be able to beat them.
Yeah.
Even with some of the players we've got missing. With all that in mind, go on.
Yeah, and with Pogba and Bruno playing balls over the top and in behind for them too.
Come on, let's get real.
Let's talk about Middlesbrough, shall we?
Yeah, what do you know about him?
I know that their manager's Chris Wilder.
Yes.
Who I think did a fantastic job at Sheffield United.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good manager. I wondered how his style would adapt. I think he's been pretty good for Middlesbrough. Yeah. Recently, they've been good, haven't they? Won 4 of the last 5.
Yeah.
They're a good team, but again, like you said, it's Middlesbrough. And I'm sick of this thing of United just play as bad as the team we play against.
Yeah,
we did. Like, we played pretty good against West Ham.
Yeah.
That's because West Ham are pretty good. Newcastle are shit. We play shit. Wolves are, frustrating and difficult. So we were frustrating and difficult. Like, we just sort of adapt and mould and fall and rise to whoever we play against. My worry is we get sucked into, 3 at the back, 5 at the back, heavy attacking fullbacks, overlapping centre-back bullshit, and we play how they want us to play, which is what we tend to do in pretty much every game we have at the moment. So that's the thing I'm keen to avoid. Hopefully we can do. Like you said, we're just better than them. We are just a better team than Middlesbrough. And I like Chris Wilder. Like I said, he did a phenomenal job with Sheffield United. They've got a very good manager on their hands, but United have to beat him and have to beat him comfortably.
No, I agree with that. I don't want to make excuses for them.
No.
I don't think that Middlesbrough have got, they've got 1 or 2 decent players. I know the loan the lad from Arsenal, is it following Balogun, whatever his name is. We don't know. He's a bit of an unknown entity. So, they've got players that you think, okay, these are players that could cause problems. They've got players that are stalwarts as well. They've been around for a little while. But United on an average day should be able to beat Middlesbrough on a good day.
Yeah.
Because you look at the golfing class, how far away from the Champions League knockout stages of Middlesbrough, for example, in terms of quality. Yeah. They're nowhere near, so there's no excuse for this one. With all that in mind, give us your score prediction.
I'm hopeful that we're actually going to get a few goals, and a clean sheet would be great. I know David De Gea got the Player of the Month again, but I think he would have liked a couple more clean sheets. I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0?
Yeah, I think it might be a steady start. Get a goal in the first half, maybe one just before half time, and then a comfortable couple more in the second half. I'd love that. Just something easy, something nice. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have a chat. Let's have a laugh.
Let's have a chat.
But you know what I mean? Like one of those games where you don't have to stare at the match for the full 90 minutes biting your fingernails. Let us be relaxed. Talk to your mates. Text your dad. See what's going on at the garden centre at the weekend.
The first ever FA Cup final I went to, we won 4-0.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Back in the day when we used to win things easily. Yeah. Eric Cantona with 2 penalties. Let us know in the chat and the comments if you can work out what year and who the opponent was. Joe, where can people find you?
Yeah, give me your prediction. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think 4-0 as well.
Good lad. People find me at JoeSmith93 on Instagram and Twitter.
You know where to find me, Jay Motti. Don't forget to check out all the other videos, including as well for the game. You'll have Joe here for the watch along. Yeah. He'll be taking you through the game. We'll have all the post-match reaction. You'll have Stephen Howson, you'll have Adam McCullough and all that good stuff as well. This has been the Stretford Paddock Middlesbrough FA Cup preview. Thanks for watching.